আকাশবাণীর জন্য আর কি করেছেন আমি জানি না, কিন্তু এক ঝাঁক তরুণ তরুণী তৈরি করেছেন দীর্ঘ সময় ধরে, যারা পরবর্তীকালে বিভিন্ন গণমাধ্যমে অত্যন্ত দক্ষতার সঙ্গে কাজ করেছেন। আজ সেই দপ্তরেই তিনি প্রধানের দায়িত্ব নিয়েছেন, হয়তো অনেক প্রশাসনিক কাজ, কিন্তু আসলে তিনি অনুষ্ঠানেরই মানুষ।
আমি তাতে ব্যক্তিগতভাবেও খুশি হয়েছি এবং আমাদের আকাশবাণী পরিবারের পক্ষ থেকেও আমরা অত্যন্ত আনন্দিত বোধ করছি। আমি তাকে আন্তরিকভাবে আমাদের এই অনুষ্ঠানে স্বাগত জানাচ্ছি।
আমি বাংলা এবং ইংরেজি দুটো ভাষাতেই বলি মিশিয়ে, যাতে এটা সবার পক্ষে বোধগম্য হয়। It is understandable to everybody. I know most of the people who are here as participants in this workshop, and also who are here from the media side to see what is happening. Now for me, it is almost some kind of a homecoming. I still recall when I was here, in fact, I converted this room as some kind of media center, and but still I feel that something more needs to be done. So to upgrade this media center, a class 1 media center for organizing these kinds of programs. Having said this, now let me start into formal kind of discussion. Respected Chairman, Press Council of India, Honorable Justice G.N. Ray, my predecessor and excellent human being, Mr. D.C. Bhowmik, former Director General News, All India Radio, Dr. Tapati Basu, who does not need any introduction, who is a special, deserves special thanks from me. She happens to be the Dean of the so many faculty and head of the Department of Journalism in the Calcutta University. In fact, I know her for a long time, and when she invites me, I say, no, I have to come because you have invited me. So when I spoke to her, she was at that time in Delhi, and she readily agreed. In fact, she said that you have come to Delhi without letting me know, so I must have a bit of sweets that you have now occupied the chair of the DG News All India Radio. Then Mr. Abhay Pari, now who also does not need any introduction here, he happens to be the DDG All India Radio and Doordarshan Eastern Region. As mentioned by Shantanu and Snehasis, that he has some special fascination for news. Yes, he was also associated with the News Services Division. I still recall when he was in Aizawl, now it is he who gave the scoop news of General Esad in 1983, taking over power in a coup. So I am thankful that he has come here. It's a coincidence, because when we have been planning, then also probably we didn't know that he will be here, but now he is here. So my special thanks to him. My special thanks to Mr. Mitra, who also has got a soft corner for the regional news unit of Kolkata, who has spent more than 3 decades with this organization. And I am also thankful to Shantanu Palovi, my other colleague, Sadhana Rao, Dr. Sadhana Rao, and the people who have come here, participants and all. Now let me first introduce why we are organizing this workshop, come orientation program in Calcutta. Now the Chief Executive Officer, Prasar Bharati, he, after a lot of interaction with us and also the Part-Time Correspondents Association functionaries, decided that we must upgrade the skills of the PTCs and the stringers in such a way that they can cope with the challenges of modern communication technologies, to upgrade our news programs, to upgrade our programs in general, in fact. And he thought that probably an interactive session would be more useful. So I also decided that let me start with Calcutta, because Calcutta is the station where the largest number of news bulletins are produced after Calcutta. It has also, in terms of number, it has also another service meant for the external service, Bangladesh. So so special Bengali service for Bangladesh. So it enjoys a special place in the entire process of dissemination of news by All India Radio and for that matter, Prasar Bharati. Now it has got a history. If you recall, I think when the broadcasting came to India for the first time in 1926-27, so I think the news started from Calcutta just after Bombay, or just after 1 month, I think in August 1927 from Calcutta. And since then, it has been going on sporadically up to 1937, and then after 37, it is continuous, lagatar, nirantar. So এই যে প্রচেষ্টা যেটা কলকাতা করে যাচ্ছে এবং এটার সঙ্গে আরেকটা জিনিস জড়িয়ে আছে, এখানে এই আকাশবাণীর সঙ্গে অনেক বড় বড় নামকরা লোক জড়িয়েছিলেন, মানে যাদের কথা আমরা লেজেন্ডারি ফিগার হিসেবে জানি। এছাড়াও আকাশবাণী কলকাতার আরেকটা বিশেষ গুরুত্ব রয়েছে, সেটা হচ্ছে বাংলাদেশ যখন মুক্তিযুদ্ধ হয়, সেই মুক্তিযুদ্ধের সময়ে অল ইন্ডিয়া রেডিও কলকাতার একটা বিশেষ ভূমিকা ছিল। ইনফ্যাক্ট most of the programs which used to be run at that time as part of say Radio Bangladesh or Muktiyuddha etc. it was done from Calcutta, and our correspondents from here, they also went to Bangladesh or border areas to collect the news on Bangladesh, Muktiyuddha and all these. In fact, when the first government that in exile was formed, what is now known as Mujibnagar, now that was also in fact done at the behest of all the broadcasters who happened to be in Calcutta at that time. So this is a proud privilege, a legacy, a heritage, a history which is enjoyed by All India Radio Kolkata, which none of the stations in India enjoys. So we have certain principles, we have certain norms. Now I recall that Justice G.N. Rai, who has been quietly speaking about or drawing our attention to what is known as trivialization of news, commercialization of news, commodification of news, and celebrity of the news. So this has become the trend of the day, particularly if you look at the private channels or even major newspapers. Now they have taken this route. I know that this only a passing phenomenon. Now this cannot sustain ourselves. So as credible, reliable organization in the public sector broadcasting field, All India Radio and Doordarshan cannot afford to take that line. Now we must see that our news is serious, our news is credible, our news is reliable, our news is absolutely from the point of view of the public good. Now this, not merely because we get budgetary support from the government, but we have a tradition. Now in the All India Radio, as I said, from 1927, and News Services Division as an organized body from 1937, so for the last 80 years or 70 years we have been in the field. Even in the British days, I think the AIR maintained its credibility as some kind of organization which wanted to propagate the messages of the government, messages which are relevant to the people's needs, more so after independence. And this service we have been providing continuously, uninterrupted manner for the last several decades. Now we cannot deviate from our character. We will not. I think our participants on the other side, who are in the process of sending stories and sending news material every day to the regional news unit, and sometimes if it has got national flavor, to the News Services Division of All India Radio Delhi, now must recognize this fact that we have to have a different profile. We must maintain that. We cannot afford to deviate from that track which we have consciously followed. Now, having said this, now I'll be touching an area which is quite relevant now. Now, All India Radio is a sound media. Doordarshan is an audio-visual media. Now, lot of changes have come in the communication technology. Now, these days, we are not just spoken word media. We are beyond spoken word media. We are incorporating sounds. We are incorporating the voice dispatches. We are incorporating the sound bites. We are incorporating even the strains of music in certain programs of culture news. We are also incorporating the sounds which are emanating from the environment. Now, if GSLV is launched, so what is the sounds which are generated during that launching time? Or say Endeavour space shuttle when it goes into the air. So the sound is emanating from that, we are also incorporating it. So it's a composite program. You cannot say that it is only a spoken word media. So now our correspondents who are there must understand this, that they will be required to send voice dispatches. They will be also required in the coming days, not exactly right now because we are not fully technologically equipped with that. But today, at the fag end of the first decade of the 21st century, I can simply visualize that this is the trend which is taking place and this is the way how the sound media will go.